Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Well, it's Easter Monday, so I hope you had a nice weekend. I suppose every day seems like a Sunday or a holiday, so probably lots of people with a little bit of cabin fever sort of starting to kick in, so we have to be very careful about that, folks, mentally especially. Physically also, if you're able to get out for a walk, that's good, that helps. But do also think of your mental health, ladies and gentlemen, and try not to bombard yourself with all that constant stuff on the radio. I happened just to turn the radio on there. I thought it was a morning show that I would listen to for a little bit of update, but unfortunately I think after the fact it must have been a pre-recorded thing on all the things regarding the coronavirus. And one thing I walked in on was somebody saying, that it was thought that the older people, and you know how I feel about that statement, the older people should maybe give themselves up for the benefit of business. Now, remember I came in at the end of that conversation, but it just made me feel sick to the pit of my stomach, ladies and gentlemen. You know how I feel. I have, I come into contact with people who feel old at 55. I have 80-year-olds in my classes, and all age ranges, as you well know, from 18 all the way up to 86. Age is a number. It's what you feel about yourself. Now, obviously, if people have issues and health issues, that's to the side. That's a completely different thing, because any illnesses that people have obviously make them feel down and depressed, and they're not able to get around and they're not as mobile. Those are separate things. I'm talking about people who are able-bodied, who society may deem to be old, elderly, although now they're talking about elderly being over 55, which is ridiculous. Whatever number you are, it's just a number. It's just a societal category, so to speak. You can be fit. Look at that gentleman, I think he was 92, got coronavirus and was wheeled out well and ready to go on with the rest of his life. So for those of you who do feel a little bit depressed about things like that, try not to let that get into your head, ladies and gentlemen. That's extremely important. You live as you feel you want to live, and don't allow yourself to be put upon by these impressions that, well, you're older, you know what I mean, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, why would somebody like you want to have pink hair or purple hair? You have whatever colour of hair you want, ladies and gentlemen. Do with your hair whatever you want, wear whatever clothes you want. You've one life, live it, be yourself, and do what makes you happy. And that's my thought for you for the day, okay? Now, enough of my sermons. Still missing you lots, and don't forget I can get cabin fever myself at times. I miss my classes, the mental aspect of being in front of you all, and your feedback and everything else. So keep fighting the fight, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully we will come out the other side. So nice big deep breath in. This morning we're going to, and obviously breathe out, we're going to do a ball class. Now, you may not have a ball at home, and that's not a problem. You can still do everything without the ball, okay? So just see it as another Pilates class for you if you have no ball. You may use your pillow or towel, place it between your knees, place it between your hands, and it will have a similar effect to the ball. Okay? Now, feet nice and wide, knees are soft. Reset our posture. Our head is tall, so re-lengthen that spine. Shoulders away from your neck. Feeling your ribs lifted, lengthened, but not out towards me. Nice big deep breath in through the nose. Remember, you're breathing. Exhale out. Breathe in. Open the mouth, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out one more time. And just gently relax those shoulders away from the neck. We're just going to lift the hips. Now, in isolation, again, remember your core is just a fancy word for everything that goes on with your internal externals, your pelvic floor muscles. Continue. Your transverse abdominis muscle, which is your big band of tummy muscles that wraps around into your back. So rather than this, which can jar into the hips. The knees are soft and you're lifting. And again, exhale on the lift. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, all you're doing is continuing to breathe. Most people, when they exercise, start to hold their breath, and you don't want to do that. 3 to go. So it's almost like you're shortening the space from your armpit to your hip by isolation of that hip being lifted up. 2 to go. Last one. We're going to just hold a second. Soft knees, toes are forward. Breathe in through your nose. Just an ordinary in-breath. Exhale, pull up here. So as if you're trying to stick the front of your pubic bone towards your belly button, but without doing that. So it's a gentle lift. Forceful lift will make you tilt your pelvis, and you don't want that. Breathe in, breathe out, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Breathe in, release. Exhale. So it's just a gentle drawing up. Too strong, you create the pelvic tilt. Too little, and you maybe don't feel that at all. One more time, big out breath. Lovely. Now we're just going to take the right hand onto the side of the thigh. I'm sure you've all had a laugh at some of my thigh slapping and butt slapping, which I do all the time, but didn't realise that the mic on the camera picks up very loudly. Exhale up. Breathe in back. Breathe out. Breathe in. Right arm up. Inhale. And lift those arms towards the ceiling. Again, remember to keep your ribs down in your midsection when you're raising those arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe out. Down on the left hand side. Arms up. Down on the right. Inhale. Arms up. And down on the left. Keep the shoulders away from the neck. Don't force your arms back. Remember, nice and gently. Anything that's not comfortable for you, don't do it. Always try it once. You know my philosophy, ladies and gentlemen, we all think, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, whether it's because of injuries or a little bit of discomfort. Again, working with muscles that haven't done a lot before, you may feel a little bit of fatigue in the muscle, but you should never feel pain. You don't work to pain. Exhale. Now we're going to do that movement a tiny little bit faster. So we're going to lift and center. Fingertips to the ceiling. Float them up. Down on the left. Back to center. Arms to the ceiling. Inhale. Down on the right. Breathe in. Arms to the ceiling. Down on the left. And breathe in and lift. One more time. Down on the right hand side. We're going to hold here and pulse away. We're lifting the left armpit away from the left hip. The knees are soft, the shoulders are relaxed, the fingertips are on a diagonal line and not hanging down over your head for 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, center, up the other side and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Exhale, rotate. Now remember to keep your head in the center of your shoulder line, soft knees, breathe out. So don't turn your hips, okay? Keep the hips to the front. Be in control of what's happening here. Exhale as you turn out, mouth open. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Shoulders down. Breathe in. So you don't want to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Continue your work. This is no good because you're twisting into your lower back in that movement for the particular movement that we're doing. So stabilize the hips. Move from the trunk of your body. Exhale, shoulders down. Don't bring your front arm forward. Don't bring your back arm forward. Inhale. And certainly don't twist that back arm further back. You don't want that. It's a natural reaction. That's what people do. Let's do that a little bit faster. Exhale. 8, shoulders down. 7, breathe in, breathe out. And 5. And 4. And 3. And you should be able to feel that in those muscles. 2 to go. Last one. And gently relax. Nice in-breath. I want you to slowly press your chin towards the ceiling, lengthening your neck. Shoulders down, chin to center. And press the top of your hairline, back of your hairline away from your t-shirt. Chin to the ceiling. And slowly down. Shoulders away from the neck. So it's a lengthening of the back of the neck rather than just ramming your chin in towards your chest. Slowly turn your head to the right. Those of you that have issues with dizziness, Meniere's disease, vertigo, just be very careful on the neck rotation or the head rotation. Exhale, keep the shoulders down. Breathe in, center. Remember to rest when you need to, ladies and gentlemen, and don't continue just for the sake of it. I'm a great believer that there's nothing to be gained in that. Good posture, good form. Once you find that you continue your movements, once you find that you are starting to lose your ability to maintain good posture, your movement is no good to you. Plus, it doesn't become Pilates anymore. Exhale. Inhale, center. Now feel the lengthening down the side of the neck. The shoulders are relaxed. Breathe in. Exhale out the other side. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again, as you can see there, we haven't decided the name for yet, is doing his headstand this morning. Now we're going to pick up our band, our pillow, or our towel, and here we go. Nice in breath. Feet are hip distance. Exhale, lift. Now soften the knees, pull up tight on the tummy, squeeze the buttocks, tighten the thighs, quadriceps, hamstrings, and don't shove your neck back like that. Just keep your ears alongside your biceps and inhale forward. Exhale, tighten the buttocks, push the hips forward to me, lift the tummy muscles. Now remember, any issues with your lower back, be very careful. Holding those tummy muscles pulled up all the time. Remember, contraction here, breathing in here. Inhale. Exhale, 4 to go. Squeeze the buttocks as tight as you can. Pull up strong on the tummy. Shoulders away from the neck. Don't bend back too far. Breathe in, center. Last 2. Exhale. Breathe in. Last 1. Exhale. Chin stays aligned to your chest. Shoulders down in the back. And breathe in. Now we're going to slowly raise the arms to the ceiling and come into our forward bend. Gentle lift on the tummy. Bring the ribs out and over the front of the thighs. Tuck the chin in towards his chest. Arms nice and loose. And slowly restack that spine. Breathe in. Shoulders away from the neck. Balls facing the floor. Inhale up. Exhale. Pull up on the tummy muscles. Bring the ribs out and over the front of the thighs. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Lengthen the spine all the way out. Now don't force your arms to the floor. You know my bugbears for this particular movement, ladies and gentlemen. So just be aware of the stretch of the back of your calf muscles into your thighs. Shoulders should be relaxed, arms heavy towards the floor or towards the ball, pillow or towel. Nice in-breath. Little lift on the tummy if you feel it's necessary for you. And slowly restack the spine. Shoulders relaxed. I emphasize that because remember, you don't want to bring your arms tightly up with you. Everything should be relaxed, out and over. Big out breath. Now just breathe in, and as you go into your out breath, slowly bring the spine back up. And always remember, if you run out of breath, just breathe in and out. Normal breathing through your movements, your deep breathing is for in between your sets and your relaxation at the end. Exhale forward. Nice in breath, and breathe out as you execute your movement. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale. Exhale down. Now I want you to just rest your hand on your pillow or your towel if you're on a slidey floor, and slowly roll your ball, pillow or towel out towards me just a little bit until you feel an increase in the stretch up the back of the Achilles tendon towards the calf muscles. Inhale back. So that's down here and up the back of your thigh. And exhale forward, little by little. Don't lean into the ball, obviously, it's not your friend, it's just a piece of equipment. Breathe in, exhale. If you lean into that ball, you may fall forward and break your teeth. Inhale back. Exhale, slowly out, just until you feel that stretch. Keep the heels to the floor, feel the increase in the stretch and lengthening in the muscles in the lower leg, and breathe in back. Slowly restack, vertebrae by vertebrae, and hold the ball. Inhale, we're going to place the ball between the knees. Bring your feet in until you feel a little bit of tension against the ball, against your pillow or your towel, or nothing. And if you're not using anything, bring the legs together. Be careful of the bones just to the inside of your knee there, and squeeze, okay? Either or, all or nothing. So exhale, squeeze. What you want to make sure is that when you squeeze, you're not doing this. Okay, squeeze using the muscles without sort of coming down towards the floor. Exhale, breathe in. breathe out, shoulders relaxed, open the chest. Exhale, breathe in. And we'll do 8 and 7. Squeeze 6. Now again, this is for your adductors in here and your abductors on the outside of your thighs. 5. Obviously that still affects a little bit of the quadriceps. 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to hold the squeeze on the ball if you can. Release it a little bit if you need to. And exhale back into a squat. So the bum goes back. Breathe in, lift. Exhale. Inhale up. Now remember, those knees are held above your ankles. So you don't push your knees forward. Your bum goes back, so your knees stay relatively aligned, diagonal line with the back, and breathe in, lift. Exhale down. Breathe in. Keep that little bit of static contraction on those legs against the ball if you can. Otherwise, modify, release, separate the feet a little bit more if you need to. Exhale down, shoulders relaxed, chin comes in slightly towards the chest, keeping the neck aligned with the diagonal lengthening of the spine. 6 to go. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale 4. Breathe in. Exhale 3, squeezing the knees gently against the ball. Feeling your feet flat to the floor. That's every toe. Outside, inside. Back of the heel. Last 2. Last 1. Now I'm going to hold here. Focus on your bum. Paintbrush, remember. In between the crease of your bum, and you're just going to slide. You're just drawing a straight line up and down the wall like that. Think about that. Without banging the knees forward and back. Isolating the hips for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold if you can. Now squeeze. 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing in, out. 7, 6, 5. Controlled breathing. Remember, you're not just because you're pulsing a movement, you're still controlling your breath. 3, 2, 1, and release. Lovely. Now, I'm going to get you to take the ball in between your hands, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. Don't hold your elbows down here. Elbows out, shoulders relaxed, and press. Now, when we do something like this, we tend to press like this, or we push the heel in but not the fingers. Push everything in, squeeze, squeeze, shoulders down for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, push 6, ladies and gentlemen, 5, and 4. Don't let your hands rebound quickly back off the ball. Remember, you always control whatever piece of equipment you are using. You don't let them control you. 4, them meaning the pieces of equipment. 3, push 2, push 1. We're going to hold this push for a little bit of static contraction. Think, is the palm of your hands or are the palm of your hands against the ball? Is the heel of your hand on the ball? Every pad of the back of your fingers and thumb on the ball. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pushing. 4, shoulders down. Don't push with your neck. 2, 1, and release. Lovely. You can take the feet nice and wide, toes out on a 45-degree angle or to wherever's comfortable for you. Shoulders relaxed, ribs down, slightly soft at the knees, not bent, just slightly soft, so you're not hyperextending back into those knee joints. Arms out, hold the ball in the right hand. Inhale, exhale, lifting out and over, chin to chest. Breathe in, lift. Pass the ball. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale, up, out, and over. Now, you don't have to go all the way down. Don't forget your back arm. So remember, it's just in line. So when you come up, look, the arm is just in the same position. None of this twisting or forcing it out in the wrong shape. Exhale. Nice breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, lift. Pass the ball. Exhale into your movement. Inhale, the chin comes in slightly to keep the neck aligned, ladies and gentlemen. Exhale, out and over. So between the tricep on your arm and your leg, you want a space as if there was a big blue exercise ball there. Breathe in. Exhale, up, out, and over. Inhale, lift. Be careful with that back shoulder, ladies and gentlemen. big habit is to twist that arm and turn the palms. Don't do that. Don't do that. The palm of your left hand, sorry, continue. The palm of your right hand should just be looking at the ceiling, at the wall behind you. So look, when you come back up, it's still there. Don't be twisting. Very important. That's how you damage the top of your shoulder, around your rotator cuff. Affects all those little issues with the top of your arm. Now, one more time. Exhale, right over towards the left. See, palm of my left hand is just facing the back wall. When I come up, it's just facing forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Now we're going to hold this. We're going to bring both hands onto the top of the ball, chin in towards the chest, and just feel that stretch at the back of your right calf muscle in towards your right hamstring, and hold. You may have your pillow on the towel underneath your hand, or your towel, or nothing at all, which is fine. You're going to roll that ball and lift. Exhale all the way down to the outside of your left toe. Chin towards your chest, and just lean your left rib towards the front of your left thigh, feeling that stretch at the back of the calf muscle and the hamstring. And breathe in, lift to center. Lovely. Now we're going to come out. Out where? Out nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Down onto the floor. And we're going to lie down on our back. Lovely. Gently down. Ball between the knees. Feet hip distance. Make sure your pillow or towel is underneath the crown of your head and not underneath the nape of your neck. Okay? Run your chin slightly towards your chest line. Now, remember, pillow or towel can go in there as well, or nothing at all. Nice in-breath. Exhale, lift the feet. Now remember, the shins are tabletop and the knees are just directly above the hips. And hold the tummy muscles, a gentle lift until those feet go back to the floor. Inhale in preparation, exhale, lift. And hold the tummy muscles, gently lifted towards the belly button. Now remember, towards the belly button, don't ram your back into the floor. Exhale, lift. Breathe in, lower, hold your tummy. If you find that you can't hold your alignment there with your back, what you can do is breathe in, exhale, lift, inhale, and exhale as you go down. Okay, that means you're lifted here and that protects your lower back. So, lift and down. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale. And lower. 6 to go. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, continue. If you wish to modify, one leg at a time, but you must move from the hip as opposed to pulling your leg in and out like that. It's not the same and it's not Pilates. So lifting the leg, see? L shape, moving from the hip and down from the hip. Up from the hip. And obviously you'll be doing alternate legs. I'm just showing you this one because it's closer to the camera. Lift and lower. And again, when you start to move like that, you'll feel that your legs are so much more heavier. You're controlling from your core rather than this kind of thing here, which is no good. It's just somebody swinging their feet in and up, and it's not Pilates. Exhale, lift. Not in my book, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, for all of you and for those of you who may be newer to me, there are things that I'm extremely particular about, so it's from me to you. It's not about anybody else's class, anybody's teaching. It's us. Exhale. 2 to go, and remember to rest if you need to. Again, on a point of neck alignment, if your pillow, this is quite a light pillow and it goes down very flat, but if your pillow or towel is too high and it's forcing you like that, then you don't want a pillow that's too high, but by the same token you don't want it too low either. We're going to hold here. Ball in the hand. Breathe in, exhale, curl. Inhale back. Now shoulders away from the neck, elbows are soft. You're not forcing the ball forward. Remember, what you're doing is you're rolling your ribs towards your hips. Breathe in. It's not about how high you come up. Continue. It's about sliding your ribs closer to your hips. Eyes on your thighs or your knees, never on the ceiling. Exhale. Breathe in. 4 to go. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Shoulders down. 2. And 1. We can leave the ball between the knees. Rest down and pulse. 10, 9, squeeze. 7, 6. Knees to the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Lovely. Stretch out. Big in breath through the nose, ladies and gentlemen, and big out breath through the mouth. I can see the sky. Lovely. A bit more cloudy than it was yesterday. Now, you can hold your ball in your hands. We're going to take a nice in breath. Remember, the shoulders are relaxing away from the neck. Ribs down in the midsection. Hips nice and level. Exhale, curl. Looking towards your big toes or the ball. Breathe in. Exhale. Now, you can continue. Those of you near to class may watch. When you take the ball back, ladies and gentlemen, don't allow these ribs to pull upwards to the ceiling. Otherwise, you'll be able to shove your hand away in underneath your back, meaning your back is hyperextended and the pressure is on your lower back, especially if you're not focused on your tummy muscles. So nice in breath, exhale, inhale back. Now, I have sticky outy rib cage, so I may look as if my ribs are flaring, but they're down, okay? If they were up, they'd be up there. So exhale. Now remember, when you curl forward, we'll do 8 more of these. Those shoulders shouldn't be up there. Keep them down in your back. Remember, it's about what you're doing with this. Inhale. 6 to go. Exhale. Breathe in. Just float those arms down to the side of your mat behind you. Don't force them. Don't use your arms to pull yourself up. 3 to go. And 2 to go. Exhale. And 1 to go. Hold here. Hands to the head and pulse. 8, 7. Now remember, those hands are wide. Continue, ladies and gentlemen. 1 at either half of your head. Not forcing your head up. Core does your work. Ribs to hips. The hands only support your head. Elbows shouldn't be in front of your face. Shouldn't be back here either with me. Because when your elbows are back here, your ribs are affected by that arm line. 3 to go. 2 to go. Last one. And rest down. Lovely. Take a little breather. Place the ball between your knees. Keep the space between your feet. And just exhale over. Now, depending on your lower back, neck or shoulders, over that far may not be comfortable, so only take it halfway over. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift the foot so the foot stays ball distance or knee distance away from the other foot. Inhale, center. Exhale. Now both shoulders should remain on the floor. Head sits in the center of the neck. Exhale out. Inhale back. So again, modify by just taking it slightly over. You've got to listen to your own body first and foremost. Exhale over. Again, I haven't got my glasses on, so but by what I can glance in the mirror, it looks as if my ribs are extremely raised, and they're not, ladies and gentlemen, so sorry about that. Nothing I can do about that, just the way I was made. Exhale out. Inhale back. That foot comes up. Now remember, both shoulders stay on the floor, and they only stay on the floor because you make them stay on the floor. If you're not thinking about that, it's very easy to roll the shoulders up. Not good for the spine alignment, okay? Now, back to center. Those of you that wish to modify or maintain at that level, then just repeat this again. The rest of you, feet off the floor. Shins tabletop. Flex the feet. Exhale over. And we're not going to the floor. We're going 45 degrees over. Exhale if that is comfortable. If it's not, don't do it. Keep the shoulders flat to the floor. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Keep those shoulders flat. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe out other side. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to do 8 more of those if you can. So exhale over. Inhale, center. Breathe out to the opposite side. Inhale, center. Remember to rest if you need to. Check your alignment and your posture. Now we're not going to stop in the middle, so we're going to exhale over. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, always aware of that sense of connection with your core. Pubic bone towards your waist, that helps support your back. Out breath connects with your pelvic floor almost naturally. You can feel it. And if you keep your posture correct, you're less likely to allow the body into positions that's not right for it. Back to center and feet to the floor. Lovely. We're going to stretch those legs down the mat. You can leave your ball between your knees if you wish, or your pillow or towel. And then gently bend the knees. Lovely. Now we're going to take the hands to the head. I'm going to exhale towards the left knee. Inhale back. Now try and keep your lift if you can. So your chin is towards your chest. You move that away. The shoulders are slightly elevated. You don't want to be stuck away up there, folks. Too much pressure on your lower back. So left hand to right knee. Inhale back. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Remember, don't let your elbow come in close to the side of your eye. Breathe out. Slight lift on both shoulders, although obviously the shoulder of the arm that's reaching to your knee will be higher up. Exhale. Inhale. But try not to lie on the other arm. Exhale up. Inhale. You'll just feel a slight roll on the back of that shoulder. We're going to do a little bit faster for 8. And cross. And 7. Breathe in, breathe out. And 5 to go. Exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 to go. And 2 to go. And last one. I'm going to hold this one. We're going to take the ball and we're going to pulse it for 8, 7. Just up, down, 7. And every time you pulse the ball, you lift the shoulders a little bit up and down. Okay? So you're not just doing that. 4, 3, 2, change hands, other hand to the head, 7, 6, 5. So the ball is where it is because of the consequence of the movement from the back of your shoulder, not because you're shoving your shoulder. Are we clear there, ladies and gentlemen? 3 to go, 2 to go, last one, and rest time. Lovely. You're going to place the ball or your pillow or your towel in a comfortable place underneath the back of your hip line. Stretch the legs down the mat. Now be careful. Always keep a sense of a lift on those tummies to protect the lower back, because nobody really knows what their lower back is like. If you have pain in it, or discomfort, or had sciatica or issues with your sacrum or your sacroiliac joints, so be careful. Bend the knees. Nice in breath. Extend the legs. Exhale down. Now we don't want to touch that foot to the floor, even though we might be able to. Breathe in, lift. Exhale. Inhale. So for those of you who find that a little bit challenging, for whatever reason, nothing to do with age, okay? You can just move that leg a little bit. It's about your balance, your focus, being able to keep your hips level on the ball. Inhale. Or what you could do, or your pillow or towel, you could bend your knees, flex your feet, just slowly drop one heel. Again, moving out from the hip rather than letting that foot fall into the back of the bum. So it would look like this. Breathe in, breathe out of the leg. Inhale. Continue, and in your mind, you're thinking about what's happening here. Your ability to breathe with your movements, your ability to maintain your focus, your ability to keep a sense of connection with your pelvic floor that helps to protect your lower back, or your core, or your transverse abdominals, whatever fancy word you want to call it. Breathe out, breathe in. If you do have a ball at home and you're using it, remember, continue if you can. That sense of being tied through your center, like from your hips to the ceiling, rather than mindful of this wobbly ball. Because if you think like that, you're always going to feel as if you can't get your balance. Okay? You have something more than that. You have a core, which is everything that gives your body power and how it moves. So just imagine being tied to the ceiling through the hip line. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale. Breathe out. Breathe in, back. So that even if you didn't have your hands on the floor, you could maintain your postural position. 2 to go. Exhale, down. Breathe in, lift. Last one. And gently bend those knees. Now, I want you just to exhale and just move the bum or your pillow or towel, your bum off your pillow or towel a little bit, and then rest it down. Exhale, lift. Knees stay in line. Now again, when you come up into bridge position, you could remove your pillow or towel. That'll keep your neck better aligned in this position. Only come up as far as is comfortable. You want a sense of a lift off the ball, not a complete lift off it, okay? Just in case, I don't know the height of your ball, how it feels, you know, if it's hard or soft, so you don't want to be shoving your hips too high at the extent of your back. So exhale up, inhale down. Now in your head, think about your feet. A little bit of press into the feet. You can feel that connect with the muscle just above your knee in towards your quadriceps. Feeling the buttocks. Don't let your knees drift out. Exhale up, inhale down. We're going to do 8, ladies and gentlemen, if you can. Rest if you need to. Do less if you need to. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press the feet into the floor a little bit. And 6. And 5. Excuse my counting. 4. Well, not really excuse it. You know what it's like by now. 2. And 1. Now I want you to hold the bum up. Place your pillow or your towel in between your upper thighs. And I want you to lift your heels off the floor and your heels down. Now when you lift your heels up and down, you don't want to drop your bum. So you got to try and hold your bum in the position it's in, and heels up, heels down, heels up. Okay? Because naturally when we lower the heels, we would bring the bum down. So heels up, heels down. And come right up onto the tips of your toes. You can walk your feet back a little bit towards your bum. 6 to go. Inhale down. Exhale 5. Feel that fire burning up the back of your heels towards your calf muscles. And 4. Bum stays up, bum stays up. Remember, no drop down bum syndrome. 2 to go. Last one. Hold the heels up if you can, down if you can't. Knees into the ball 10 times. 9. Now don't let the legs bounce back. Squeeze. 6, 5, 4, squeeze 3, squeeze 2, squeeze 1. Slowly drop each vertebrae of your spine back towards the floor. Pull up on the tummy, get the waist into the floor. And slowly roll out through the hips. And extend the legs out. Lovely. Now I want you to close your eyes. Take your relaxation position. Nice in breath through the nose. Deep and wide. And exhale out through an open mouth. Oh, turn that off. Now remember, set your posture. Head in the center of the shoulder line. Shoulders away from your neck and into your back. Make sure you lengthen your spine, roll across the back of your bum. Eyes are closed. I would just take a nice in-breath through the nose. Breathe into your midsection. And big out breath through an open mouth. Palms facing the ceiling. Remember, walk your buttocks in towards the crease of your bum and let your feet fall out to the side of your ankles. And breathe in through your nose, deep and wide. Try and breathe in for a count of 6 in your head, ladies and gentlemen. Hold your breath. Exhale out. Relax the shoulders. Nice in-breath through your nose. Breathe in. Try not to let the chest lift with the in-breath. Try and breathe a little bit deeper into the middle of your body. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale out. Allow nothing into your head except the sound of your breath. Listen to it as it goes up through your nose. Hold your breath at the top for a second. Exhale and empty the lungs. Press the breath out. Push it out, push it out. When your lungs are empty, relax. And then nice in-breath through the nose, deep and wide. Hold at the top. And big out breath through an open mouth, ladies and gentlemen. Keep those eyes closed. Allow nothing into your head except the sound of your breath. A little bit too loud for you. Come on. This might be the only few minutes in the day where you have to yourself to relax. Deep and wide into the middle of the body, ladies and gentlemen. Hold the breath at the top and big out breath through an open mouth. Breathing in energy through your nose for the rest of the day. Hold the breath for a second at the top, trying to breathe in for 6 if possible. Big out breath through an open mouth and breathing out all that stress and tension. And even though, ladies and gentlemen, we may not think that we are stressed or tense, we most definitely are. We are spending so much effort in our minds to keep ourselves in this very unnatural position that we're living in. Many not being able to leave the house at all. Many not wanting to leave the house, continue to breathe. Many fearful of leaving the house if we have dependents that need us. So there's an awful lot of tension, anxiety that is building in your body every day, even though you may not feel that you're tense or anxious or worried or afraid or lonely or sad. So just focus on your breath, nothing else except the sound of your own breath, in through your nose, deep and wide. Hold the breath for a second at the top. Now open your mouth and breathe that breath out. And as you exhale, just feel your body sinking, sinking, sinking in towards your mat. Breathe in through your nose, deep and wide. Hold at the top and exhale out. And Nicola, if you're watching this video, focus on your breathing. In through your nose, deep and wide. Allow nothing else into your mind. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Hold your breath at the top. And big out breath through an open mouth. Shoulders nice and relaxed. We'll do that 2 more times, ladies and gentlemen. It's extremely important to stay focused. To stay focused all the time if you can on your deep breathing, to allow yourself to continue to deep breathe. Otherwise, when you start to relax down, the body will just resort to shallow breathing again. But it sometimes is difficult for many of us folks who let our mind wander off to things that for the purpose of this, try not to do. 1 more time. Nice big deep breath in through the nose. Think of the control you can have over your own breath. So you can help control what you allow your mind to dwell on. And lovely. Now, keeping your eyes closed, just point your toes and flex your feet. Point your toes and flex your feet. Now, when you point your toes strong, stretch those toes if you're trying to get them to touch the wall that's looking at your feet. Pull your toes back as if you're trying to get them to your chin. Point your toes away from you. Just continue now to breathe as normal. You can still continue your deep breathing. If not, just do your ordinary breath in and out. And point the toes and flex the feet. And point and flex, ladies and gentlemen. Now slowly slide the feet towards the bum. Bring bring your knees in towards your chest. Extend the legs towards the ceiling if you can. Those of you who may be tight in the hamstrings or for whatever reason can't extend the legs, and that's not a problem, we can bend the knees and just hold around the outside of the legs. Just make sure that your elbows are soft and off the floor, and gently open the thighs. Bring the feet back. Exhale out. Inhale back. Remember, you can hold around the outside of the thighs. You can hold through the inside of the thighs. 3 to go. Exhale. 2 to go. Feeling that stretch in the outside and inside of the legs. 1 more time. And breathe in. Bend the knees. Also just getting the blood flow back up towards the upper body. Slowly roll your knees over to me. Slide your bum away from me. Press your top hand down. Other hand will come in. And just push yourself up into box position. Now separate your knees and just slide backwards. Again, if your knees do not allow you to sit back in this position, ladies and gentlemen, then you will just hold your bum high above your knees. You can place your pillow or towel underneath your knees if your knees are sore. Forehead towards the floor. And then just extend the arms all the way out. Or if that's too tight for the back of your neck and shoulders, you can just bend your elbows and hold yourself like that. So in this position, your bum is above your knees. In this position, your bum is back, knees are open. Chin to chest. Again, elbows are bent if needs be, or fully extended for a deeper stretch. Again, only you will know what's comfortable for you. And breathe deep and wide. Breathing will feel restricted here because your ribs are down on your thighs, so impinging a little bit on the ability of your lungs to expand, but that doesn't mean we can't try and make them expand in that position. And big out breath. Lovely. Now we're going to come forward into box position, so bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, knees below the hips. We're going to tuck the toes underneath the ankles, lift the bum to the ceiling. Walk the hands back towards the knees, keep your knees bent if needs be. Straighten the legs if possible, relax the shoulders. Nice breath in, pull back on the tummy, and slowly bring that spine back up 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders relaxed, and a nice big deep breath in as you lift your head. Now, inhale, exhale, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. And give yourselves a big clap, ladies and gentlemen. Good work. I hope you enjoyed that. Keep your pecker up. And I'll see you soon. Probably body blitz later. Okay? Bye-bye.